Let's get some local thoughts on the ground here in Launceston. I'm joined by Alina Bain. She's CEO of the Launceston Chamber of Commerce. Alina, great to see you. How would you describe the local economy and how is business doing up here in Launceston at the moment?
Business is doing well. There are some parts of our business community who are struggling more than others.
Is it retail? Is it due to cost of living?
Predominantly, and it is the cost of living impacts that we're seeing. People are very much waiting for those super sale Saturdays and Boxing Day to save up for their big ticket items. Hospitality, tourism is doing very well. We've had a great season.
Oh, well, that's good news. So visitors from the mainland, internationally as well, coming. It is such a beautiful state, as you know, and as many of our viewers know. But are you seeing visitors, Australian and international?
Yes, interstate and international visitors has been fairly steady this season, and we've heard from tourism operators that is continuing on longer than they anticipated, so that's good news.
Excellent. Now, we've got an election in a few weeks. I know that one of the tourism components that you want to seize on is the business tourism. How do you think that governments should do that and encourage that?
Yes, we are campaigning heavily for a conference centre here in Launceston. It's very much needed here in the north of the state. We know that business visitors spend 3 times as much as a leisure tourist, and we would like to see a commitment from both major parties to work with us and other levels of government to develop a solid business plan and deliver a conference centre for 1,000 packs. We have a demand study which has been released, and that's a great solid start and an evidence base for a conference centre badly needed here in the north.
Badly needed. And what's been the reaction from, say, Bridget Archer and Jess Teasdale, the candidates for the 2 major parties? Are they open to this?
Yes, they're very much open to it, and importantly they're open to working with us here at the Chamber and with local government and business to bring a business plan to fruition. We're excited.
Excellent. Well, that sounds very exciting. Can I ask you about this other issue of basically, to break it down, it's a complex area, but it's subsidies for freight across Bass Strait. There's got to be some reform there, because at the moment small and some medium-sized businesses that just find it's not effective for them to send their produce, products and other goods to the mainland.
Yes, that's right. It's the Tasmanian Freight Equalisation Scheme. It has been in place for a long time, and it's to help business to defray the freight costs of moving goods across Bass Strait. It's a very expensive piece of water, and very expensive for our businesses to move freight across the water. It's more than just the cost, it's also the complexity of the Tasmanian Freight Equalisation Scheme. We acknowledge that both parties have promised subsidisation and funding towards the scheme, but we need to see more. We need to see a commitment to a wholesale review of the Tasmanian Freight Equalisation Scheme. And there are 4 main pillars that we say to the political parties we would like them to tackle to ensure that our small and medium businesses can access the system. And
so is it to encourage those smaller companies and businesses to be able to do business with the mainland? Is that basically it?
Yes, that's right. It's to enable our small and medium businesses to have access to national and international markets. But we see the scheme at the moment as being unduly complicated, very difficult for a small business owner. Air freight is not included in the system. We would also like to see specialised training for our small and medium businesses and a simplification of the system. It's also important when you look at a small business that they're able to consolidate their goods with others. So freight consolidation and aggregation is also very key. We'd like to see that commitment from the major parties.
Alina Bain, CEO of Launceston Chamber of Commerce. Great to meet you. Thanks for coming down here for a chat. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Pleasure.